humanism the solution to 21st century society? Here's Earth, floating and lifeless. There are only mountains, rocks, and rain, but no one anywhere to make judgments as to good and evil. Would there be any morals on Earth? Enter the robot, intellectual yet emotionless, free of needs and desires. It makes decisions based on its data, but doesn't have the complete ability to ensure its own survival or avoid its destruction. Would it have the ability to differentiate between right and wrong? It merely observes, reacts, and responds depending on the data coded into it. Nothing matters to it, as it lacks the rationale and understanding of good and evil. Would there be any morals on Earth? Enter the human being, intellectual, emotional, lacking in various ways, hence has needs and desires, seeks pleasure and avoids pain. He can question and understand what is good for him and what harms him. However, this is still very limited as he depends on his senses and thinking to comprehend any situation. Starting from the 5 basic senses, he can see, hear, smell, feel, and taste in a limited manner. He is limited in his sight and can only see a certain range of colors. He is limited in his hearing and can only hear sound waves within certain frequencies, and so on. Beyond that, he would have to depend on his thinking/mind. So whatever he comprehends is just a tiny fraction of what's out there. Put the human in a community. He shares similar interests with others, yet has slight differences. These differences can lead to disputes over perspectives. If everyone argues their side of the story, what or who will decide their case? Humans of the past sorted moral and ethical issues by turning to divine sources for guidance. Now, with the progress of science, many have shed their robes of religion and turned instead to scientific research and logic to define ethics and morals. Termed humanism, it's portrayed as a progressive philosophy of life that, without theism or other supernatural beliefs, affirms our ability and responsibility to lead ethical lives of personal fulfillment that aspire to the greater good. In other words, it stresses the importance of human values and dignity, proposing that people can solve all problems through the use of science and reason, rather than looking into religious tradition. It's said to focus on helping people live well and achieve personal growth to make the world a better place. Atheists deem it to be the alternative possible solution to curb societal problems. But how far can human intellect make a just system for societal and individual welfare? Do we humans have the sole capability of creating a just, universal system that guarantees the good of humanity surpassing race and time?